Today we're going to show you guys all the baby animals that live here on our ranch. And you're probably wondering what kind of baby animals we're talking about. And we're talking about baby turtles, baby quail, baby otters, and baby tortoises. So today we're going to start off with the smallest, cutest babies here on the ranch, our baby button quail that are hatching right now. Here we have about 100 Cutest and button quail hatching. We're going to separate them and put them both into their new homes. When we're taking out these babies, it's such a surprise to see all the different types of colors of the buttons and Cutest that we're able to see every single time we hatch, with the yellows, the browns, the blacks, and even the whites, which is super, super cool. Check this out. A little teeny little button quail, little tuxedo button quail, and it actually looks like it might be a little bit of albino. It has a little bit of a red eye. And then we have an absolutely beautiful little Cutest as well. All these guys would be future breeders here for the ranch. And this is what I was talking about. Look at all the different little colors. Super, super neat and super small. We have all the Cutest separated, so we're gonna put them inside of their baby area. There they go. Now let's set up the buttons. These guys are very sensitive, and I like to raise these guys on napkins for the first few days before they go on shavings. So let's set up some napkins all on the bottom of this container. They can only be in here for a few days because after that they start jumping out. All right, here they go into their new little homes. Let's add a little bit of their food, a little bit of crumble right here. I like to sprinkle it on the ground a little bit so that they can see it. Obviously, you see they're already climbing on top really, really fast. And then their water right inside of here as well. Very shallow water. If it's too deep, they will drown. So you want to make it real shallow and they'll find it. Now let's add their heat lamp. Our button quail are all set up with food and water. And now let's go to our next baby animals, the turtles. So we're here in our patio with our baby turtles. So right here we have 1 month old baby North American spotted turtles that are ready for an upgrade. So let's set them up. These guys hatched right here on the ranch. We have some water plants right here in this bowl. We have a log and 2 small rocks that we found here scattered all through the ranch. So first, we're gonna add all of our water plants in water inside of here. We'll add more water, don't worry. Then we're gonna add ourselves a little log to make it like a little natural enclosure, just about there. And we're gonna use the rocks to hold the log together so it doesn't move around and float around too much. We use that one there, and we're gonna put that one right there. Add a little bit more water, and that's pretty much it. So let's add the water and then add the turtles. So there are our little North American spotted turtles. So this is the oldest one. He's about probably 2 months old. Put him right inside the water, and then we'll add all of our extra ones. They have a log, they have their rocks to climb up on, not too deep of water because these guys are small, shallow water dwelling turtles that don't like really, really deep water, that live in marshes. So we're trying to make ourselves a little marsh, but sometimes more simple like this is a lot better than having an enclosure with a bunch of crazy stuff, so you can really keep an eye on your baby turtles to make sure they're eating, thriving, and doing really well. And we're gonna give them a little bit of aquatic turtle pellets so that they have some food inside of their new enclosure. These little guys, just about 2 or 3 per turtle. So let's sprinkle them in there. And that's it. All we have to do every couple days, take them all out, clean it out, refill it, and do it again. South Florida's sunlight is the best for these little turtles to get the best UV from our natural sunlight we have right here outside. Now let's move on to our next baby animal. I think you guys are gonna absolutely love it. So our next baby animal is a baby Sokoto tortoise, or African spur thigh tortoise right here. Check out how cute this little dude is. So actually, let me show you guys where we found them the other day. We were feeding the chickens that day, and when we were feeding the chickens, we found the hole. We almost stepped on top of them. And when we saw the hole, we looked inside of it and we noticed that there was baby tortoises living inside of that hole. And that was because they hatched inside of their egg chamber, and we saved them before the chickens ate them alive. So before we head inside to the patio and set up this little cute little baby tortoise, let me show you how big these guys will actually get. So you see this little guy? He's gonna get as big as this dude one day in about 15 to 20 years. Is that absolutely insane or what? So we're back in the patio. Our patio is like our baby center here on the ranch. And let's set up our baby Sokoto tortoises right here. So very simple, very easy. Unlike other tortoise species we keep here on the ranch, we give them soil and mulch. Here, we're giving these guys just hay. because these guys are a grassland species and they really only need hay, you guys. Very simple, very easy. But once they become older, then they could go on dirt, they could go on grass, and the whole 9 yards. But right now, all we need is a little bit of fresh TNA, what we give our goats and cows. So if you guys didn't know, these guys are actually the 3rd largest species of tortoise in the entire world. First, we have the Galapagos tortoise, then we have the Aldabra tortoise, then the Sokoto tortoise. These guys, we're gonna place them right here on this TNA hay, which is perfect. They're able to get that natural sunlight from right here, just like we mentioned earlier with our North American spotted turtles. They go right here and they won't get any rain because they're over the top of our roof. They'll do perfect here. And I know you guys are probably wondering, where's the water and all that? We give it to them on another time of the day, but here, they're safe and happy. Now let's show you guys our last baby animal here on our ranch. But before that, you guys, we have to head to Publix and go get them their milk. So we're back from Publix, you guys, and here is our baby animal that is very hungry. So let's give him a little bit of milk right here, because the more we talk, the louder we are, the louder they get, and you can hear him screaming because he wants food. So you guys are probably wondering, where did this little guy come from? Obviously, he was born from Oliver and Callie. Oliver and Callie, once in a blue moon, are small-clawed Asian otters, the pair that we have here on our ranch. They have a litter, and this litter that they actually had was 2 little babies. There's one also little baby over there in its container, and that's the noise that you hear in the background that is ready to eat. They both found brand new, beautiful homes, and you know, one of them, everybody knows who is going to. The other one is a private person. We have these gorgeous little small-clawed Asian otters. They are exactly 6 weeks old today. You guys probably seen this video. They're probably a few days older after that. But these guys are drinking around 10 to 12 mLs every 2 to 3 hours right now, and then gradually going up very, very soon. They're gonna be starting eating, you know, solid food, like different types of fish, different types of proteins, things of that sort. They also love quail from Blake's Exotic Feeders, but these are a little babies right here. If you guys remember, we bottled Oliver, so we know how to do this very, very well. We bottled a bunch of different animals here on the ranch and baby animals, but that little dude right there is good. We filled it all the way up and he drank it all the way up. So we're gonna put this guy back and then go grab the other one. You're gonna see how he's nice and calm now. He's filled, his belly's full. Watch how the other one turns. So this is the other one right here, and you can see how loud they are. They can get very, very squeaky. You can see inside of his mouth, they got the little teeth already starting to grow. They got some big giant canines in the back to crush down little prey and all that stuff. You're my little dude. But they're drinking really, really well in this bottle. This bottle is a cat nipple bottle that we like to use. It's for baby cats. It works great. I've always had great success with these guys like this. And yeah, these little guys are absolutely adorable. They're doing great. Can't wait to see them grow. They're about 6 weeks old, like I mentioned already. You can see that little tail. Cool thing about these little small guys is that they're obviously very small, but they do not know how to swim, so you have to teach them how to swim. It's a whole entire process with these little guys. But very, very neat. And I know people are gonna say in the comments, why do you not keep them with the parents, the whole 9 yards? I can tell you one thing, Callie does not like having babies for a long time. She'd rather have them gone because, you know, then she has to do this every couple hours, feeding them. And it's a lot of strain and stress on their body. So it's better to pull them off and separate them. And there's really no way to prevent them to not breeding because I'm not gonna separate Oliver and Callie. That will be very upsetting and depressing for both of them. They probably get stressed out and pass away. So we have to keep them together. And not always, but every once in a blue moon, we do get a litter of otters. And whenever we do get that litter of otters every once in a blue moon, I like to gift them to my friends. And it's really cool to see my friends have these awesome little guys too. And everybody can have a cool little water rat just like this one. And right now, her new owner is on the way. All right, you guys, so as you guys see, Paul's the one that was getting one of the little
surprise!
Baby small-clawed Asian otter, so you guys will be able to watch this little baby grow up on his channel, obviously. And we're gonna be over there very soon too to help him with the aviary, the whole 9 yards. But yeah, this little baby will be heading to Paul's house, which is really, really awesome.
So cute, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I've got a really, really cool life ahead of you, buddy.
Yeah, Paul, you've been waiting for like 5 years for one.
Literally 5 or 6 years. Finally, this is the time.
Finally able to give him one.
Built an enclosure for it when it's bigger in about 8 months. Built an enclosure for him in about 3 to 4 months from now. Everything's ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to have this little buddy.
And if he needs anything, you give me a call. He already has my vet number, the whole 9 yards, and he's ready to go.
Like a little buddy, going to new home.
So that was all the baby animals that we have currently here on the ranch. And as you guys saw, one of those little cute little baby otters are going to Paul Caffarello's house, and it was really, really awesome to give that little girl to him.